In this class, we're going to create an API using block coding. As a tutorial example, let's implement a very simple API that sends the response, "Hello no code school," when we call the API. We'll proceed with the structure of BizUnit and the principle of API invocation in the next class. And this time, we'll make it accordingly and test it. Previously, we created BizUnit and entered the list page where you can see various versions, revision, for each development stage. If it's in the initial creation state, there will be one revision in the dev stage. And we will click this revision to enter the page where we can edit the block source. This is an mblock page that edits the block code. As you can see, there is a basic block coding setup, and on the left is a block category. You can select the block you want here and add it to the screen using the drag and drop method. It has a basic setting in the initial state, which means that it works normally even if you make an API call in this state. However, if you look in the middle here, there is an area called statements, where you have to write about the business logic of the API, which is what to do when you call the API. That way, the purpose of this API will be, let's implement the Hello No Code School API that we were going to create with block coding. It's very simple, so please follow me step by step. I'm going to declare a variable. A variable is a memory that has a specific value. In short, you can register a certain value in the computer's memory and take it out when you need it, and think of it as a variable, because we're going to return the string Hello No Code School. This string must be declared as a variable and stored in memory. Let's check the variable category among the left block categories. There are many blocks that control variables, and computers do what they are told to do. So you have to specify the right behavior, and it works exactly. The behavior we need in this API is to declare variables, register values in variables, and get values of variables. First, import the create variable block and declare the variable. Write the name of the variable in the string block that is attached together. And then you have to register the value in the variable, right? Gets the set to block and registers the value. Set to block has two places to enter, a variable name on the top and a value on the bottom. This means registering this value with this variable. The variable name can write the name result of the declared variable, and the value of the variable can be various values. So you can import and connect the appropriate types of blocks. Hello No Code School is a string, so take a string block from the primitive block that specifies the data type and enter the value Hello No Code School. If you've done coding before, you might be wondering if you need to enclose the string in quotation marks. Just enter the value. Now we declared the variable result and registered the value Hello No Code School. This API is now complete when the value is imported. This time, we're going to work a little bit below, in response context body. We're going to remove the string block in the value. Then, take the get block from variable and connect it, and put the name of the variable you want to get the value. If we put the name result of the variable we created here, the API will be completed. Since there is no front end yet, the API created can be checked to see if the actual API is working well through the test provided by SyncTree. You must save and build the block coding source you created. The storage is the process of registering this source in the database as it is, and the build is the process of constantly processing and converting the block coding source to run. If you click both buttons, the test button is activated. Then you can test the API in the modal window that appears. And once you click run, you can see the value we wanted to show. Hello No Code School appears well in the response window. You've easily created an API using a no-code block coding method. Congratulations! I don't think you had much difficulty so far if you only understand the basic concept. This is the end of the class. Thank you for taking the time.